En instantes nada más comienza Interesting People con la conducción de Karen Silvina Ibaun.
Good evening. From Austria, my name is Karin Hiban, and today we have the next program, Argentine Wake Up. We have today a very special woman from Argentina. She's the president of Argentine Liberals Women, and she will speak today about the situation in Argentina. We have here María Novakosky. Welcome. Hello, Maria. How are you?
Hi, Karen. How are you doing? Good evening to everybody. It is very nice to be with you.
Maria, we have many questions for you because we are interested to know the really of the situation in Argentina now. Yes, maybe you can explain in these questions and your roles are also the role of the Argentine liberal women. And I will make you some questions, and I'm interested to know your opinion. Yes, please. The first questions.
Yes.
What is MLA, and what does this represent? Who make up in the organization? What is the objective and mission?
Perfect. MLA stands for Mujeres Liberales Argentinas. Is the abbreviation for Argentine Republican Women. It's an autarkic and non-profitable organization dedicated to the promotion and propaganda of Republican ideas in Argentina.
Yes.
Since I started working in politics in 2019, I've realized the little participation women had as I got compromised with the Republican ideas. I noticed that whenever we made affiliations, those tables that were attended by women were far more successful. Men let us participate in the party. We had very little space for debate and internal decisions. It was then when I understood the importance to have a manifest representation for Republican women interests and ideas.
Okay.
Which is the objective and mission of MLA?
Yes.
Our association promotes the Republican ideas through the Argentine territory and abroad. We promote the formation of political associations, parties, fronts, confederations with this purpose. We make cultural events, interviews, publication of Republican references and personalities of political or social interest that nurture our audience.
Okay, this is very clear. And how did MLA come to form, and what ideologies of life and politics does it represent? Is there a political institution behind?
We started affiliating people in those areas where men of the party were not interested in participating, such as emergencies villas or suburban districts. We usually ask people if they know what Republican purposes are. We support personal liberties, private property, freedom of thought and action, free trade, effective public justice, financial and monetary freedom, and a controlled and reduced public spending. We present different political parties, such as libertarians, Republicans, and conservatives, all us participating in one same space with a unique purpose, that is to see Argentina standing up again, offering a Republican option for our country.
Okay, and the next questions. From your position as president of MLA, what do you think leads to analyze so strongly this situation that Argentina is expanding?
Yeah, Argentina is going throughout an unprecedented crisis, and with great possibilities that will worsen, ending up deeply affecting all aspects of the lives of our inhabitants, engaging even our own peaceful coexistence. A very important drop in the GDP of the order of 11% of an already very low level after years of recession, inflation that has an annual projection of 50%, and uncontrolled monetary emission without support designed to cover the budget deficit originated in large part by financial assistance to social organizations and state support that families and companies require, derived from the pandemic, leads Argentina to a very high level of poverty, close to the 50% of the population.
Okay, it's clear. What are the reasons why this government leaves this situation in such an aggressive way? Why?
Quarantine is a repressive mechanism. When the left party manifests itself, the Argentine government does not say anything. When the common people protest, the response is again more confinement. The Argentine government on a plan or a sustainable health plan for Argentina. They are precipitating the drop in the GDP, causing even more the drop in employment, in the fall in real wages, the increase of the poor, and a hyperinflation is likely to unleash.
Okay. How to define Alberto Fernandez, Cristina Kirchner, and Rodríguez Larreta today? Would you trust them with a political office again? It's a very, sorry, but it's very necessary to know about these reasons, these persons, because it's very crazy here in Argentina, I think.
Alberto Fernandez and Cristina Fernandez represent nowadays to all of us totalitarianism policies for Argentina. Instead, Rodríguez Larreta might one of the suitable candidates for liberal ideas. Republican, I mean liberal. We have, if you ask me if I would trust them, I rather say today that no Peronists have no plan in economy, in health, in any aspect that you could foresee for our country.
I think Maria, I'm sorry.
Larreta is making. Yeah.
I think I have a question. I think Peronists are different and Kirchnerist. Kirchnerist is aggressive word now in Argentina. Yes, Peronist is not the same Kirchnerist. Many people think Peronist is the same. Kirchnerist is another way. No? What do you think?
No. Kirchnerists are totalitarians. They are communists.
Yes.
They want the control, the total control of the government. They don't believe on the democratic division of power.
Yes.
They want to maintain the total control of the society. Mm-hmm. That is why they used the pandemic to obtain these results.
Okay. Okay. And you have questions?
Instead, Rodríguez Larreta, I was telling you that on the other hand, Rodríguez Larreta has been working with the last liberal government, and he's making a good performance in these years.
Okay. And can you define the situation of Argentines today? Because, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
The thing is, we have been Karen. Yeah. Do you listen to me?
Yes. You can listen.
Argentine. Yeah, I can.
Yes.
Argentine people, we have been confined for more than 1 year and a half due to the pandemic situation, due to the COVID.
Yes.
So people are afraid.
Okay.
Are afraid because what people want to do is to survive. They don't really see what are not all of them, but the majority. They are afraid. They want to survive to this crisis, this pandemic. But what I can tell you is that now poverty is over the 50% of our population, and there is no other instance to go and start working and start facing all the problems that this type of policies of autocratic and totalitarian policies due to the reactions that this guy is performing in our society we are obtaining results.
It's clear. The situation of education to test can bring setbacks.
The situation in Argentina has 3 major problems. The first one is to achieve, conserve, and in turn expand school enrollment. The second one is related to learn coverage. And the third one is related to school dropout and backwardness at secondary level. The high dropout rate is due to the little significance that curricular content has for adolescent students. This can be noticed in the desertion of the last 3 years. The government has focused on other problems that affect the country, as rising inflation, isolating Argentina's economy from the rest of the world, and trying to give a poor resolution to the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and the last questions what we have. How can MLA help to improve this situation? And thank you very much for your opinion.
Thank you, Karen. We, Argentine Republican women, put Argentina on our shoulder. We are working constantly and without pause for its reconstruction and freedom of our country. Thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you very much, Maria Novakosky. And here you have a present for you, a very special woman for Mujeres Liberales Argentinas. She is your, I think, leadership. She has to do too much about the tradition, art, and history about Argentina. And I would like to present today in our country, Laura Lavalle. Hello, Laura. Can you listen to us?
Now I can. Can you repeat it? Hello,
Yes.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome here, Laura. What do you know about
Welcome,
Mujeres
Laura.
Liberales Argentinas?
Good morning
and
to
what
you.
Can, and what can you do about Maria Novakosky in this way?
Well, the group called MLA is a really, really big group and fantastic group with beautiful people, beautiful women, and Maria Novakosky made possible to stay all together in the same symphony, independent of what each other think about politics. And that is very important in this situation. Maria Novakosky is an orchestra woman, is a mother, is a fighter. I admire her, and she helped me to stay in this group and meet really beautiful and important people who make me more interested person, more humanity person, more knowledgeable person. So I will be very, very, very grateful in my life to meet her one day in my life.
Laura, I want to ask you, what is your office, your job, your help in Mujeres Liberales Argentinas? And what is Mujeres Liberales Argentinas for you?
MLA for me means a way to stay all together with different ideas under the rules that Maria Novakosky made us to do them with order, with symphony, with it doesn't change. I mean, always is the same person with everybody, and that is the important thing. She can be rude, she can be sweet, she can be obviously very intelligent, but it's the same person with everybody of MLA. Doesn't matter where we come from.
Okay. And this is a present for you, Maria, because I think it's very important that the other people in another countries know who are you and which institution is Mujeres Liberales Argentinas. You know, I live in Austria. Austria is a liberal country. From Austria comes the school of the liberalismus. Yes, we have Popper, we have Filman, we have many important persons. They teach about the liberalismus. And I wish you in Argentina that you come in the government with the liberal ideas, with the democracy, and I invite you, Argentine liberal women and Republican women, to come to us in Austria, in Europe, with our international liberal and republic women's associations. Yes, I invite you to connect our institutions because I think it's very important that we can help Argentine. We can give the information about your country, about your people, and about the really information what in Argentina today you have. Yes, I'm very surprised, and I wish you in your situation the best. Thank you very much for this interview. I wish you the best, and I hope we see us in the next time. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.